Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you very much for joining the channel today. We're going to be taking a look at the breakouts currently seen. We've got silver on the way up, although it looks like we're starting to see a little bit of a decline in the price. We're going to be taking a look at platinum as well. Platinum showing some very strong breakout potential. And we're also going to be taking a look at palladium. Palladium looking like it's pretty strong as well, breaking out of its current position. So we will be taking a look at that. The 2 arrow points I put here, this is from the community post I posted yesterday. So you can clearly see where we've come from. So that would have been this one here. The highlighted one there is the support level that we bounced off. That's coincides with this wick here. And then that was where our resistance level was, so that we weren't able to break through above that level. And that was our current resistance level. So based on that, we can pretty much see that the body candle is just above that level. Now, there's a lot of things that could happen for silver here. If it's able to close up above the 100 EMA line, it will then create support for the next candle tomorrow. So we just need to see how this performs pretty much this evening. If we can finish above that candle, it's in a good position to build up from. However, be warned in regards to this. If we have a look at the previous dips that we've seen, as much as we have these small gains going up, they can quickly come down. So again, the volatility is still pretty much there for silver right now based on the trade deal. So if there's any more trade deal news that comes through that affects precious metals pricing, that is the only thing that is pretty much going to bring the price down. So just be aware of that. Even though we're showing a breakout from that position there, that the potential drop is still there. I just want to thank everyone for tuning into the channel. I've got 2 people watching currently right now. To my donators, again, thank you very much for the donations. If anyone's interested in becoming a donator, please check out the description for more information. You'll see the PayPal link there. You'll see a list of contributors. The next donation giveaway is at 10. We're currently at 8. So any additional 2 donations that come in, there will be a giveaway coming soon, and we'll also do a giveaway to the chat as well. I've also got a bit more information in regards to the channel in the description, and we're also going to be taking a look at Bitcoin. So my primary viewpoint is silver, gold, platinum, palladium, followed by Bitcoin. So we will be taking a look at some crypto as well. Right, getting back to it, so let's have a look. So there's our resistance level, and that's the 200-day moving average. Now that we've seen that, I'm going to leave that support line where it is currently at the moment, and that's our current high point here. So in line with the arrow here is pretty much where our resistance level is, and you can clearly see it there. That is our new level of resistance. It's not going to be an easy ride, so as much as people are probably celebrating that we've gone above $17, we can quickly lose momentum as fast as we gained it. So just keep in mind we are in a resistance zone currently at the minute, all the way pretty much from this level here at 17.15 all the way up, pretty much all the way up to about 18. There's heavy resistance for silver right now, so it all depends on if you can get enough buyers in, get them to commit to buying silver and pushing the price up. We've also got the 20-day moving average creeping down here, which is eventually going to meet one of these candles. So take note of that. So possible resistance levels, I'll put in these arrow points. So there's a resistance level here. This is our current resistance level here. The next resistance level would be around this level here, followed by that level there, and the next resistance level would be about there. So pretty messy as far as silver is concerned at the minute. It's pretty much got a very tough time to try and get above those or sort of break out from those positions. If you want to get involved with the chat, please let me know. Drop in a couple of questions if you need to. Please, by all means. I know some of my listeners are out there. If we have a look at these lines here. So we're still far away from a major breakout. That means a major breakout would be well above the 20-day moving average, which we've seen here in the past. We're currently nowhere near that at the minute. We're also in a bit of a bearish trend. When we talk about bearish trends, we've got these levels here. All right, so that's our level of resistance areas here. Now, once each of these resistance areas is broken, it then becomes support. So keep that in mind, that support you can build up on and you can start to push up higher. So when we have a look at it, these are our major resistance levels. And as you can see, we've been making those lower highs for quite some time now. And so on. So if we delete these now, there we go. We can clearly see higher low formation. Sorry, higher high and lower high formation. And if we have a look at this level here, we haven't really got a lower low formation currently forming, because there it was there and here, and now we're up there. So hopefully we've had about a week here. We've been building up on this, making these high highs and high lows. So it's still a very challenging time for silver. Silver currently priced at $17.13 a fine ounce. Christian Black, how you doing? Good to see you, Christian. It's good to see you. Thank you very much for dropping in. We got David Carlisle. Welcome to the stream. How is David doing? And Christian, how are you doing, my friend? Yeah, so there's us. There's our lower highs. If you have a look, beg your pardon, lower lows. So there you go. And this last week we've seen a bit of an uptrend. We can pretty much say the same thing here. I did say to you when we had this big drop here that I expected to see a reaction rally, and that's pretty much followed every single drop. So whenever we've had a heavy decline, there's always been a push to the upside. Decline, 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 and so on. It's pretty much bang on technical analysis. Whenever we've had a sell-off, there's always been a push back up again. So this is pretty normal. I've expected this, especially after such a big drop. So, you know, it just depends on if we're going to test this area up here, 1780. Who knows? That's major resistance there. You can clearly see it at that level. So the 1780 mark is around, yeah. So that would pretty much be our next angle. Is to see a movement there and start really retesting this resistance line. Right, so that's currently silver on the daily there, 1712. We'll have a look at the 4 hour as well. Right, 4 hour not looking too bad either. Nice consistent. We have our rallies there, declines, rallies. So more than likely a decline. Decline may get back down to 17 before it goes back up again. It depends on the sort of movements here, but we're in a channel here on the 4 hour between our 50 and our 100 moving averages. So we're sitting between that level there. So we've got good support here at the 50. So we could build up, retest this level. If it fails, back down and retest again. So we're not looking too bad on the 4 hour. That is silver, guys, $17.12 an ounce. Ice cold water, man. Good to see you. So we've got a few people in here now. David says, I'm good, sir. I hope you are well also. Doing pretty well. Thanks very much for asking, David. Silver has been interesting lately. It certainly has, Christian, I'd say. More to the downside movement than upside as expected. My only issue with silver at the minute is, at the moment, yeah, we're seeing a reaction rally after this quite a heavy slump. So that's pretty much normal activity. Is there enough in it to really go back up again and tackle, considering the fundamentals at the moment? I don't see the fundamentals being very strong at the moment with the whole trade deal emphasis. Also, again, I've looked at the trade deal news out there. A lot of it's still speculation. You know, news headlines like they're hoping to sign a deal by December. That sounds pretty vague. I think their exact word for December was Christmas. Well, it's the 19th of November, so you know, can the guys try and be a little bit more focused and say, let's try and get a deal done in the next couple of weeks, as opposed to Christmas. Christmas could mean New Year. New Year could mean Easter. Who knows? Right, so that's silver. Let's have a look at gold. In fact, what we'll do is we're going to have a look at platinum. We'll start off with the big three. So there we go. That is platinum, guys. Look at that. That has had a strong momentum, or a nice reaction rally to this big dip. Also, we've broken through multiple resistance zones. So if we have a look, that was our support zone that kicked in right down here. We've then been following this this line nicely. There it is there. You can see it there, just building up, and it's been slowly retest, back down, breakout, test, rejection, sideways, and then pow, the big movement to the upside. Multiple breakthrough points there. We've got our 20 and our 50 out. We're back into this channel. That is the support zone. So that is now support. So, and it looks like it's going to be pretty solid support based on the amount of wick activity. When I'm looking for wicks, guys, I'm talking about the little lines that we see up here. That is that, and that is wick activity, which basically means that there was a push up. However, there was the sell off back down, and then that is where the solid body candle finished. So what I'm looking for is low wick activity, which is great. So there's good potential for that to finish well above that level, create a new level of support, and still really start to challenge these upper levels. We're still currently in resistance though. If you can have a look at this area here, this is our resistance area. The previous resistance area would have been here. That would have been a big one, and also this level here. Pretty much everything up to that level, broken through that level. So we're now testing this area up here now. So resistance is still strong with this one. However, once we get above that, we can start then tackling our next resistance level at 955. Platinum looking pretty good though, guys. Look at that. It's 5 straight days, nice green candles. I'd say, did anyone miss out on the opportunity to get in at 866 for platinum? Let me know in the chat, please. Blended whiskey, my man, how you doing? Hey, Blended, it's good to see you. -5 hours, guys. So I'm currently 7:45 in the evening currently. It's about 2 p.m. relaxing with my second serving of wine. That sounds great, Blended. What about the whiskey, man? Crack open the whiskey. Silver Steeler says hello. David Carlisle says it's 2 o'clock somewhere. It certainly is 2 o'clock somewhere, and it's nearly 8 o'clock somewhere. Can you start again? I was late. Dave, Mr. Dave, how you doing, bud? Thanks for joining us. Mr. Dave's just in, which is great. Just got back from Europe. Home shopping in Germany. Wow, that sounds great. Blended whiskey. What did you pick up? There's supposed to be some numismatic show there in Germany as well this month, which is interesting enough. Yeah, so platinum there looking pretty good. We're going to take a look at platinum on the 4 hour, which is probably going to look awesome. So let's get that. Platinum currently priced at $910 an ounce of platinum. So there we go. That is our current level. We had quite a heavy breakdown there a few days back. Oh, sorry, a few weeks back. That was our major decline. And we're now back into this zone, which is great. So you can see it here. We dropped all the way. We actually broke down further than the 50 EMA. We then come back the 1 week, and we've had 2 consistent weeks of green candles there. That's pretty good, guys. I count that to 10 days, 10 business days of trading. Nice, strong reaction to the upside, which is great. However, resistance is here. Yeah, so that's our resistance level. Has platinum got enough, though, to get ourselves back up, and then retest this level here, which is the next one. It's at 921. So once we get clear of this, it's 921. And once we get clear of that, we're going to be looking at these levels here. Okay, that is platinum on the weekly. Let's look at platinum on the 4-hour. There it is. That's our movement back into the green zone. Wow, that is some move, guys. Look at that. Let's have a look. Where are we? The low for the day was $863. If anyone bought platinum, you'd be at least $50 up there, practically. And you can clearly see it. It's moved up. It's broken through these resistance levels, pushed on up for higher resistance levels, broken through, created more support. You can see it here. When we have a candle that breaks up with a wick back down, it will then create, if it finishes above that level there, you've got good support zone. And we can clearly see it there. That candle there finishing, creating support. You can see it bounced off that, built up momentum straight back up, and then we've broken through 2 resistance barriers in the last 12 hours. We had this area here, which is the 100 moving average. So guys, that is where I'm putting this pointer now. That was our first resistance barrier. Then we had our second resistance barrier, which was here. That's this descending resistance line that's going all the way up from here. And then we had our third resistance line, which is pretty much bang on it. Let me just look at that, guys. I couldn't have set that line more perfect myself. All the way up here, that's our resistance line. And look at that. The 200-day moving average literally curving and sitting straight on that line there. Unbelievable that I would have thought that would have happened. And then you can see it there, major buying, all buying pressure straight up, 911, back down again, down all the way to 900, then support kicked in. So we seem to have pretty good support right now, which is great. Has it got momentum to keep going? We'll have to wait and see because there's plenty of resistance ahead. So that's platinum at $910 an ounce currently right now. Has anyone got any platinum? Blended whiskey. Christian, hey Christian, he says I bought a platinum 1 ounce Britannia for $925 at around $872. Man, that was a bargain. Absolute bargain buy, man. That's pretty awesome there, Christian. I think you've done extremely well there. Currently at 910, so you're in the money. There we go. Blended says looking for a home in Coacham on the River. Wow, that sounds interesting. Blended. I was shopping in Darndale too. Very posh. Blended Whiskey says I just received my 1/4 ounce pink breast cancer research coin. Wow, in PF70. That sounds interesting. Will you be doing a video of that, Blended? Mr. Dave, on a serious note, I just bought another 153 ounces of silver. Total of $735. What price did you pay that at, Mr. Dave? At the moment, I hope you didn't pay today's price. I won't make 1,000 before Christmas. And the ball and chain is watching me. Yeah, you got to be careful. Oh yeah, evening all. Hey Mudswat, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. Yeah, this is the new time. So we're live streaming every Tuesday and then every Friday. So it gives us a bit more to talk about there. You're welcome to check out the earlier video. Did you see my pickup video? I haven't seen it yet, Mudswat. I'll be sure to check it out after this video. Silver Steeler says no platinum. I know. Likewise with me, man. No platinum. No platinum also. Sad. Yeah, that's me. No platinum as well, sadly. It's that the premium's just too much. It's at least $200 premium. This side, so it's not worth it. Woohoo, chart man, like it. Right, so that is that's our platinum chart. We're going to be taking a look at Palladium. Okay, silver's holding in at 17.12, everybody. Just so you know, 17.12. Palladium's had a good run as well. If we have a look, since we sort of bottomed out at this area here, I know not too many people have got Palladium, but strong buying though. Check this out. That was our bottom there. That's 16.79. I'm going to keep that highlighted so we can see it. Followed by this rapid movements up here. 17.72, and we've come quite a long way. Was that 16.80? Call it 16.80. Man, it's like $80 up an ounce. I mean, that's pretty impressive over a week. Gold hasn't even moved $80 an ounce. It's maybe moved like 80 cents. Likewise in silver. So what we've seen here is we've seen a major rapid decline. And that's what I've said previously. I always say, you know, look at the massive drop. The same thing can happen again. So we might have this reaction rally, which I said in last week's video, I was expecting to see a reaction rally. As per each of these dips, there's always been reaction rallies. So nice low price, buyers kick in, rally the price all the way back up again. And then we're going to be sitting around waiting for a resistance to break. So looking at it there, that's where our resistance level is. I might be able to pull this back a bit. So it could be, we might see platinum or palladium break above $1,800 at this rate, possibly. However, we've got a good foundation of support here at the 20. That's this line here. So good support there for palladium. You can tell we've had almost 4 solid days of resistance at that level. We have a breakout through that creates a good level of support. So currently our support there at 1741. That's our current high. So 1741, we could see ourselves tackle this area up here and break out of that position. So good, nice, strong breakout for palladium at the moment. Looking good. Look at the 4-hour charts. Okay, a bit of selling pressure at the moment. Still though, nice look at that candle. Nice strong candle. So we had our initial sort of push up to the upside through those resistance levels, down, just creates enough support to finish that candle just above the 100 moving average, and then new candle straight back up. And we're hitting resistance now at this level. So let's see where, yep, pretty much, you can pretty much bank on it that is our resistance level right there. And that's mainly due to this area over here, this confluence right there and right there. And that's pretty much why we're not able to get up higher at the minute. Pretty major resistance again. It's not going to be easy. We're definitely going to see a retest of this area though, subject to any potential news that could hit the precious metals market quite badly. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Let's have a look. I have a gram, says Mudswat. I'm sure Gramstacker's probably got one. He likes to stack. Gram likes to stack grams. 1886 is the average, Mr. Dave. Awesome. 1886. Okay, seems a bit on the high side. Not too bad though. Picked up 20 of those Lunar Mouse, some Kookaburras, Dragon Bars, and Valiants. The Valiants should be good buys, Dave. I think the Valiants, mainly because they're limited as well. Limited pieces. You should do quite well out of that. Dragon Bars too. I tend to, you know, generally when I look at buying coins, I tend to look at coins that have got some numismatic collector's value, where they've got a limit on the amount that are produced. And so Dragon Bars and Valiants would probably be on my list. Right, okay, so we're just going to take another look at silver, everybody. Okay, there's our current situation here. $17.12 for an ounce of silver currently at the minute. We're about 11 cents up. Not too bad. It's in the green. We've come up from the abyss over here at 1662. So we're about 60 cents up. Not too shabby from these levels. That's on the 4 hourly. So if we go back onto the daily, let's go take a look. There it is. So as long as we can maintain this level here and sit above the 100-day moving average, we can then create a new level of support. We can see here where these wicks have been touching. Ideally, create a level of support for us to build up and start really moving back to the upside. Just be careful though. Any news about any sort of trade deal could have an impact on the price of precious metals. I always tend to say this. Do your own research when it comes to this market. Know what you're getting involved into, and only invest money you're prepared to lose. Right, I've got there's something for us to have a look at here as well. There's been quite a bit of movements in regards to Bitcoin at the moment, so we're going to be taking a look at that shortly. Right, here we go. Let's take a look. Silver prices hover at $17 as drifting continues. This was posted today. It says silver is flat on Tuesday trade. In the European session, the metal was trading at 17.09, up 4 cents on the day. On the fundamentals front, the US releases building permits, which are expected to remain steady at 1.39 million. It says ahead of the FOMC. Ahead of the FOMC minutes. It's the light economic calendar this week, so investors will be focusing on the Federal Reserve minutes. This report will provide details of the most recent meeting, which took place at the end of October. At the meeting, the Fed lowered the benchmark rate to 1.75, the lowest rate it's been since May. This also marked a third straight rate cut, but at the same time, the move was considered hawkish as policymakers sent a signal that they were taking a pause from the trimming rates. The Fed said that economy was in a good place, but also stated that uncertainties about the outlook remain. The minutes are sure to provide insights into the Fed's take on economic picture, and traders should treat the minutes as a market mover. Meanwhile, Fed Chair Jerome Powell met with President Trump on Monday. Trump's has criticized the Fed, saying that the rates remain too high. For his part, Powell reiterated that he would continue to be guided by a twin goal of stable inflation and maximum employment. The silver technical analysis: silver has been range bound for over a week as the metal continues to stay close to the $17 level. We're certainly due for a breakout, which we pretty much had. But when? Traders should note that the 50 EMA lines and the 200 EMA lines remain relevant. These are intermittent resistances at 1725. This is closely followed by the 50 EMA, which is currently at 1744. Above there is resistance. Like I've said previously, guys, there is loads of resistance for silver. I don't even know why they're even breaking it down. It's just resistance after resistance after resistance. And it even says here on the downside, the 200 EMA is just below silver at 1668. So that was the lowest point that we were at. The line has held support since November 8th. Close by there is support at 1650, followed by the support at around $16. I don't expect much change in the silver price forecast, as the metal isn't showing any signs of a breakout. Okay, that's interesting. So they certainly weren't expecting the sort of movement that we saw today. However, that can all change. So hopefully it maintains the right sort of momentum, and we can finish above the 100-day moving average. Let's get back to the charts there. Bitcoin's decline. That's one thing we're going to be touching base on. So look, Mr. Dave says those Lunar Mouses are sold out already, nearly. Wow, okay, yeah. Are those the ones from the Royal Mint? Cannot stay long. I'll smash the like button on the way out. Peace. Cheers, Silver Stealer. Please hit the like button. Right, so Bitcoin. Right, we were looking at last week, and I basically said in short on our last video there, which was on Friday, I expected it to pretty much work its way to the bottom of this descending wedge. And guys, what do you know? Yet again, that's exactly what's happened. So we've actually broke down from that position earlier on. We then pushed ourselves back up again. There wasn't enough momentum to break out. It did attempt it, but there wasn't enough buyers in. Rejection immediately kicked in, and that was pretty much set the direction was this wick right here. That pretty much set the direction for Bitcoin at that potential level. So we went up as high as 8.6, and what do you know where we're at today? We're about $500 down from that particular mark. If we have a look at the low of the day, we've at $7,980 is where we've hit low. We're currently at a support line, which is good. So what I mean support line, if you look at where this is, we've got this area here of support currently, and that area there is support, that area there is support. So there is good support in this zone, and that's around the $8,000 mark. There was also some selling pressure down, but the buyers came in, they pushed the price back up again. The momentum still looks pretty weak. So I've said this before. $8,000 is probably going to be the big point if it breaks down from that position. It'll remain under pressure, so we'll have to see what happens there. I'm on standby in regards to Bitcoin. I'd have to see more positive momentum for Bitcoin before I go and put money into it. So again, like what was stated, do your own research, know what you're getting involved in, and only put money in you're prepared to lose. Otherwise, if it's money you need next week, it's the wrong decision to make. Anyway, that channel, that played out exactly the way I'd stated, all the way back down, and pretty much rejection kicked in straight down from there. It must have been pretty heavy rejection, because that was the one day. The next day it just went all the way down, and we've seen 2 solid days of selling. This will now act like a resistance zone. So, you know, where do we go from here? If it retests, fails, it's going to work its way back down again. The next level of support from this area, guys, we're talking about $8,091 is the current price of Bitcoin. This is the next level of support, which is what, 7,955. The next level of support below that is that one there, 7,800. So I want to move these so you can actually see exactly what I'm talking about. That'll be that level there. That level there. And that level right there is pretty much it. And a breakdown from that position is pretty much going to take us down here. And that's the early 7,000s. So just beware. That is our current support zones. So the first one, 7,900, 7,800, 7,700, followed by quite a stiff one there at 7,300. So that could possibly be the big fall, 7,700. We could see that. I'd love to see that play out as stated. If that breaks, then we're pretty much heading down to this area right over here, and that is 7,000 mark. That would certainly be interesting. I'd love to see 7,000 Bitcoin again. Don't forget, there's a lot of fundamentals playing at the moment in regards to Bitcoin. So we've got the Bitcoin halving in May. So Jenny, as it leads up to it, we'll more than likely see a lower price for Bitcoin before the halving. A lot of people tend to say the run up is before. Well, the way I'd look at it is, you know, maybe we've seen the run up already, and now it's the decline. Indeed. Right, let's have a look. David Carlisle, I hit that like button. Fantastic. Mr. Dave says 2020 bullion. Now that is the year of the bullion. Let's have a look. Mr. Dave says, I won't buy proof silver. If you get any milk spots, the value is gone. I usually make around 20% of my coins. Good man. Awesome, Dave. Damn, sorry I'm late. No problem, Ozzy. Hope you're doing well yourself. That's David Carlisle. Not good enough, Aussie. That's Mr. Dave having a go at you for being late. Let's have a look. So, what news do we have for Bitcoin? Let's have a look at this bit of news here. Right, the price remains under technical pressures, $8,000 looms. It says Bitcoin's price is steadily drifting lower, and that's pretty evident. So if you look at the chart there, guys, if you scroll back a few minutes, not a few minutes, a few seconds, for goodness sake. Sorry, guys, hang on. There we go. It says Bitcoin continues to grind lower and has lost 15% in value over the last 2 weeks. A seller remain in control of the price action. We noticed the recent death cross formation in late October, the 50 DMA trading down through the 20 DMA, and little has changed to bolster the largest cryptocurrency. BTC has fallen below all 3 moving averages, a negative chart signal, and there is little in way of support until the October 23rd low at 7,300, and that's where I was pretty much talking about that level. Downward trend off the 22nd June high may offer short-term support, situated currently at the 7.8 level. Bang on again with that level, but a confirmed close below this line could see the price fall back to the recent low print. The CCI indicator shows Bitcoin in oversold territory, while the client sentiment shows the retail traders are 84% net long Bitcoin, a bearish contrarian bias. It's my dog sneezing in the background. Bitcoin's average true range, a volatility measure of buying and selling pressure, is close to a multi-month low, highlighting the lack of trading activity in the market. It should be noted that cryptocurrencies have a habit of breaking quite market conditions with a sharp move either way, and traders should be aware of any potential breakouts. Well, I don't see it yet. I'll have to wait and see how that plays out. Right, silver's still holding in, everybody. It's 17.11. As you can see, it's moving up there. It was interesting when I was watching it earlier on at the $17 level. It was changing so quickly. There was so much buying and selling at that level, which meant there was major resistance at that $17 level. That literally it was going 60.99, 17, 60.99. It must have done that consistently, probably for about a good minute, of just constantly shifting up and down, up and down, up and down. So it was interesting. I've never seen anything like it. Normally, you'll see consistent movement up like that. It'll be a few like nothing will happen. Now, a few seconds later, it'll move up. Nothing will happen. A few seconds later, it moves down. Whereas this was changing literally every second. It was 17, 16, 99, 17. It was like there was major resistance at that level. Mr. Dave, he says, Aussie, have you looked up bullion now in Melbourne? They buy back at spot prices and sell little over spots. Sounds great. Aussie says, Mr. Dave, what's their shipping fees? Where are you? Aussie's in Australia. I have Barnsley Bullion and Queensland Mint in Brisbane. Both charge an arm and a leg for postage. Yeah, I wonder why. At least that place actually charges postage for precious metals. Half the time, you won't even get anyone sending precious metals. It's like they actually don't want to do it. You've literally got to sneak it like the way, and you've got to declare your goods as something else. You say, "Oh, it's what you call it, metal brass rounds or something like that," you know. So you've literally got to show that rather. There we go. That's the Bitcoin chart. We're going to go back and have a look at the 4 hour. there it is. That's the massive decline. So we've gone down and we're sort of hovering in consolidation mode the last 12 hours. Not really much activity. If you look at this line here, with this up and down. Major selling here. That was yesterday. Not really much buying as well. This is what's interesting. Generally, after a major sell-off, you'll see buyers come back in and push the price back up. But the sellers, the bulls are in, the bears are in full force here, with a little bit of buying in this area. Yeah, it doesn't look healthy. Majorly, Sydney looking oversold as far as I'm concerned. When we look at oversold, we're way below our moving averages. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I'm not into Bitcoin right now. I'm still waiting for lower lows. I've said this multiple times. So I've got to sit and wait. Be patient. Patience is the key when it comes to Bitcoin. You don't want to see the market start move up and start chasing things. Do not chase the charts. Give it time. Wait for the next low opportunity. Yeah, that's Bitcoin again on the chart. Aussie Alchemist, it says SL79 customs use custom jewelry on form. Oh, there you go. It's the best way to do it. I declare all my coins. I call them numismatic material. Half the time, people don't even question it. Don't even know what it is, what numismatic is. So, and they're happy with that. We'll have to see how things pan out. Mr. Dave says, I love VAT-free silver from Eastern Europe. Only pay tax on the delivery. Fair play to you. Man, that is pretty awesome. I love VAT-free. And I totally agree with that. You buy from the European Mint then, if I'm not mistaken, if you get your silver from Eastern Europe. I tend to use CoinInvest or Silver to Go for any purchases. Aussie Alchemist says, I like that. Yeah, so yeah, I tend to use CoinInvest or Silver to Go. They seem to be the best value. Spot on, says Mr. Dave. There you go, European Mint. Yeah, I know those guys. Never actually bought from them. The main reason why I didn't buy from European Mint was that on some of this stuff, they're cheaper, but the stuff I was looking for, they were more expensive than CoinInvest. And I wanted those coins, so I pretty much weighed up the options. The cheaper stuff is cheaper to get from the European mints, but then the specific coins I was looking for were the ones that were more expensive at the European mint. So I decided to pass on them, but still VAT free. I still get them. I still get my stuff VAT free. So I presume you can hear me now, right, Mr. Dave? Over 4 kilograms, 22 euros delivered. Man, that's pretty good. Yeah, whenever I switch the mic off, there's always a specific reason for that. So my dog was deciding to walk up and down the passageway here. So yeah, that's the reason why. I'm expecting a coin from the mint, actually. The Germanium Mint contacted me about I think they're probably their latest release. So I'm looking forward to do an unboxing. I got some mail as well. Some mail's arrived here. So it's going to be interesting to see how Bill J version 2. He's the fellow that sent me. I won one of his giveaways. So there's some mail that arrived there. It looks pretty awesome, man. Definitely do a video soon. Ozzy Agnes says, "Oh, puppy, nah, she's 50 years old, man. 50 years old." So Dashant, that's the breed. Yep, that's my little one. There we go. Bitcoin holding in at 8,080. Oh, thanks very much, Ozzy. Yeah, it was interesting because the question on his giveaway was, I was on his live stream. I've been meaning to drop in there for a while now, and I dropped in on that particular day. So he was doing a giveaway, and the question was, why doesn't Rome build subways? And the most logical thing was, the place is full of Roman ruins, and of course, whenever they find anything, they've got to stop, like, and literally get the archaeologists in to come and have a look at the site. So that's the reason why they don't have an underground system or subway. It's because of the Roman ruins that are underneath the city there, and that was and I was the only one that got it. But yeah, that was the answer. Was that the only reason why they didn't build subways is because of all the ruins, which is great. Mr. Dave says, is that one of those tiled coins? Not really sure which one you mean. You'd have to clarify, Mr. Dave. That brings us to the end of the live stream, everyone. I always ask everybody to make sure you're subscribed. Make sure notification bell is ticked as well, because I put community posts there. Now, some of you guys are great. You guys check them out. I do try and update that as best I can. So the moment there is any form of update in regards to any of the precious metals, I'll tend to put it on the community post. Watch out for some videos. I'm going to be doing a couple of videos, so I'll be uploading them over the next couple of days. So, make sure you give the thumbs up, everyone. Really appreciate you guys. You're fantastic. You like hanging out here, talking about the charts, having a good chat with each other. The usual shout outs. Roman ruins, it's a kip and the country's broke. Yeah, that could possibly be the maybe that's the reason why they come up with an excuse. So they'll just say, nah, we don't build subways because there's too many Roman ruins. It could just be that they're skint. It's a kip. I like that. Just in case that my American viewers are wondering what the term is, what is a kip? It basically means it's a crap place. Basically, I think that's what he means. It's not that great. So just in case you're wondering what that means, spectacular, yo, hey man, how you doing? It's good to see you. Cheers, Ozzy. All the best, man. Thanks very much for coming on. Spectacular. We're finishing up here, but always an absolute pleasure to have you here. Spectacular. We'll finish up with some shout outs as usual. So we got Spectacular. We got Aussie Alchemist, Mr. Dave, Silver Limey 79. And David Carla. Silver Stealer was in here earlier as well. But guys, thanks again, and make sure notification bell is hit. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll update you guys in the community post. There we go. Spectacular says he just got in. Good day, Speg. Hooray! I'm not the latest. I'm not the latest. What's your excuse? Take care, everybody. Have a great evening. and I'll see you guys on YouTube. What is Mr. Dave up to? Cheers, Mr. Dave. Christian, yeah, Christian Black. There you go. That's another one. Cheers, Christian. All the best. I'll see you soon, man. Cheers, Speg. Mudswat was in earlier as well. I'll chat to you guys soon.